Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Jay from Keeping It Real, your arbiter of gaming news and commentary, hitting you off with a studio production video where you know this is your channel, where all gamers' voices are heard. With your boy Jay, always dropping the word. Keeping them other gaming YouTubers like, what you heard? And where you always know, we always keep it all the way real. What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. The places where your gamers' voices are heard, and your boy Jay is dropping that word. So what's up, everybody? I just want to thank you all for checking out my video today. And yeah, man, I'm back at it again, live in effect. Thought it was time to drop another piece, man, and put my 2 cents in. Yeah, man. This video just gonna be a short one, man. Relatively to all my other videos, man. I'll just be letting it out, man, because you know, hey, this is a place to do it, man. Love to be hearing you guys' takes on some of these things, man. But yeah, this video is gonna simply be about what is happening with the Sony fanboys and just the Sony guys moving over to Xbox, man. Why are they moving over to Xbox? What is going on? And I just wanted to dig into this, man, because I've been seeing this increasing trend of both straight up stark Sony fanboy cult members that used to be on that end, opening up to Xbox, kind of trying to talk lightly about Xbox, like, you know, wiggling around like, I don't know, man. Yeah, Xbox is, you know, doing good, and, you know, it's kind of like they're still fighting against it, but, you know, they have to just, you know, man, they got to speak up on it, on certain things that Sony's doing is really irritating them, man, and this is really funny to watch. Then you have just the non-cult members, just the regular Sony fanboys that are just like, they totally switched over already, man. They just like, you know what, I'm now buying the Xbox, but PlayStation's still my main console. It's just I'm just buying Xbox for some of the exclusives. Then you got the regular PlayStation guys who are just like, yeah, fuck Sony. Which is really funny, man, because they're just letting it be known, like, okay, yeah, no, Sony is garbage. You know, it's I'm done with them. I'm watching guys who are literally saying, you know what, Xbox now will be my primary console. I'll still keep the PlayStation for only its exclusives, but I'm gonna primary game on the Xbox. And I wanted to really dig into why this is happening, man. I've really been watching this trend. And if you guys watch my videos, this is something I've been saying years ago. I was saying the same thing. I was saying PlayStation is an exclusive box. I've even done videos on this, man, where I've stated that PlayStation was an exclusive box. And that's all it's going to ever be moving forward. And if people just looked at it for what it actually was, you realize it's literally just an exclusive box. There's nothing else more to it. And, you know, of course, I got a lot of flack about that. You can call me a Xbox Xbot or Xbox fanboy, whatever the hell you want to call me. But I've always kept it real and just said it how it was, because that's what it was. It's been that way with PlayStation since the whole last generation. That's really what it really was. I didn't see that Sony did anything more than what Xbox did in regards to, they had their console, they had their handful of good exclusives, and that's pretty much what they accomplished. Now, sure, you could argue that, hey, they threw in VR, but I would argue back and say, well, VR wasn't very, it's still niche. It was niche then, it's still niche now. It hasn't become a mainstream success in the sense of what you would see with a console. So I really wouldn't say that made too much of a difference. Sure, it was an innovating thing for Sony to come out, but in my opinion, they just made a cheaper version of VR just to try to money grab like they do everything else, right? They really didn't put their whole heart and soul into it, and I believe this is the reason why Microsoft did make that step, because they know the technology is not really there yet, and they didn't want to put everything into a product that they couldn't have be really truly innovative and revolutionary, in the sense that it was something that was going to bring something new and unique to the product lineup of VR. They want to bring something new and revolutionary. They don't just want to make a cheaper version of what already exists. And that's what really Sony really did with their VR. They simply just made a cheaper, dumbed down version of what already exists. And Microsoft wasn't looking to do that. Instead, they focused on what was more important, is their console, their hardware, and building their studios to produce fantastic AAA experiences. And it shows, right? They were building things like Game Pass, and that shows, right? So, I mean, they put their investment in smart places that actually grew their platform, as well as made innovating pushes in the industry, gaming industry as a whole. And I think that's the major difference of what you see when it comes to Xbox business model in their push moving forward in the gaming industry versus PlayStation with Sony. I mean, Sony's basically doing its old handbook of what it's always done, thinking it's just going to be able to pass in this next generation of gaming, and that's just not going to cut it. And I think a lot of these Sony guys are slowly starting to figure that out. As slow as they are, they're starting to figure out, yeah, man, PlayStation ain't cutting it. I mean, you got everywhere from terrible customer service, if you call them up, if you have a problem, good luck, to them still not having a real, expandable storage solution. You guys can say whatever you want about their expandable storage program that you got to download. I'll tell you, people can try to pretty that up. You got Digital Foundry and everybody trying to just pretty it up and act like, oh, it's no problem to do this and that. The question is, should you be doing that with a console? Should you be literally having to break down the console and then install a card and also a heat sink? You're installing the stick and the heat sink and praying that it all works. You know what I mean? Because Sony ain't gonna help you if your console blows up. That's on you, right? They've already let you know that. That's already in black and white, that's on you if anything happens. And they let you know, hey, if it meets all the stats, it still may not necessarily work. So, I mean, there you go with that. Now, if you want to call that a SSD or memory expansion, you go ahead and call it that, but I wouldn't call it that. I would call it an unstable mess, because you don't know what you're getting, and most people don't want to go through all that hassle to do that. So I mean, it's just one sad, pathetic thing after another. Not to mention all their big games are supposed to come out that anybody who knew that wasn't really coming out this year. Come to find out, they're not coming out this year. And I think a lot of these Sony fanboys, or just these Sony guys, are starting to realize how much Sony is playing them. Especially when you got games like Ghost of Tsushima, where you're having to pay for an upgrade for a PS4 game. I mean, the funny thing is, they don't realize this was the same thing they did with Miles Morales. Same thing, bruh. You got a PS4 game that was just an upgrade that you paid $70 for. Literally, you didn't even get, let me back that up. You didn't even get a PS4 game. You got PS4 DLC that they played off as a full-fledged game and prettied it up for the PS5 and slapped a $70 price tag on it. So you literally paid $70 for what should have just been DLC for a PS4 game. And that's how sad it is at this point, how much Sony is this completely raping their fans, man. Left and right. Everything is money, money, money. money, 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 money with Sony, and it's gimme, right? And I think a lot of these Sony guys started to figure out, and this is contributing to the reason why a lot of them are just breaking away from Sony and saying, you know what, man, I'm just gonna have to, I'm going Xbox. Forget that. I'm not messing with Sony anymore, unless it's just for maybe the exclusives. That's it. But it's good to see this, man. It's good to see, because I think this is gonna, once and for all, when enough of this keeps happening this generation, it's gonna really start, once it starts really digging into Sony's sales, and they start seeing a drop in their sales of their consoles, and they start seeing a huge uptick in Microsoft's consoles, I think that's when they're gonna really start to dawn on them that, you know what, they're gonna have to start changing some of their predatory anti-consumer practices. But it's not until then, I don't believe that's gonna happen, man, because with these corporations, man, it's all about the money, man, at the end of the day. And that's for all corporations, no matter who they are. It's all about money. But the thing is what I keep telling people, you can't expect a corporation to love you, like you, and care about you. But what you can expect is for them to respect you as a consumer. And the difference with Microsoft is, of course, they're about money, making money. It's a corporation. But guess what? They respect you as a consumer. And that's the difference between Microsoft and Sony as being corporations. They're both corporations. They're both about money. However, Microsoft respects you as a consumer. They respect the value of your dollar when you spend into their ecosystem. They respect you as a consumer, ensuring that, hey, you're getting value and quality for the money that is spent. Versus Sony, where it's just like, we're going to find any way we can to nickel and dime you and cheat you out of every dime. That's not respect as a consumer. And that's the difference. Okay, so I think these are just some of the reasons easily why you're seeing a lot of these Sony guys and Sony fanboys starting to wake up and start to smell the next generation and realize, you know what, it's Microsoft that's innovating, that's pushing the envelope. Another thing is, when you really start looking into it, you'll start to realize that it's Microsoft that set up their hardware to take full advantage of the next generation features that you will be seeing in these next generation games. Sony, they just shitted this console out, trying to rush it out so they could cheat as many people as possible into buying their crappy console. And it shows, man, with the lack of power that it has, with it not even having expandable storage, it just not even being equipped to have crossplay backwards compatibility in any kind of real fundamental way where it actually utilizes the PS5's power that it does have, and it leveraged that power in older games. I mean, it's like they just shitted this console out. They didn't plan for anything. It was just like, here you go, here's a PlayStation 5. You know, and you can see, yes, Xbox took longer, Microsoft took longer time, but they made a hardware that is worth the $500 price tag, you know, more than worth it, and make sure that it was going to be built for the future, so it could be able to take advantage of all these new features that we're going to be seeing in these next generation games. I'm going to tell you, moving forward, you're not going to see that in the PS5. That's going to be able to hack a lot of these newer games that are newer next generation games that are going to come out. You're going to see features that are exclusive only to Xbox and PC. And that's another crying shame too. And to the point where I'm sure you're going to see a redesign for the PS5, maybe a PS5 Pro or something along those lines, because it's simply just an underpowered, crappy ass damn console, man. My thing is that this is one of the reasons I think you're seeing a lot of these Sony guys switch over. They're starting to realize, yeah, man, it's just, I just can't defend these assholes anymore. They're not doing shit for me. You see how Ryan treated the Sony fanboys when Ryan was talking about switching over to PC or making more games for PC. He literally acted like there was no Sony fanboys complaining about that or saying they didn't want their games to go over to PC. He just acted like that group of people didn't even exist. He just completely shitted on them, took a huge dump on them. And I was thinking, if that doesn't make you switch over, I don't know what is, bro. Because, I mean, if you see you're sitting here fighting to keep your games on PlayStation only and never to go to PC, and you see the one of the heads of the company just shit on you and act like you're not even you're not even noticed as you even exist. Goddamn, I mean, what can you say about that shit other than to laugh your ass off? Because this is too funny, man, and it's exactly what these idiots fanboys deserve because they're so fucking annoying. But anyways, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. That's gonna be it for that. I just wanted to go ahead and break it down. What I'm seeing, man, the big switch is happening, and it's a beautiful thing to see. This is what I foreseen years ago. When a lot of people hated on me and didn't believe what I was saying. I've been calling this years ago when all the other so-called Xbox guys was too busy being on the defensive from all these Sony fanboys and playing nice with them and not keeping it real and telling it like it is. I was out there slinging the truth and saying what it is. So yeah, man, appreciate any of you guys listen to my content, man. Any of you are new, make sure you like and subscribe, man. I'm gonna be trying to do these videos more often. Sorry for the black screen. It's just, man, I'm not at full capacity right now, and I don't know when I am gonna be, but I'm just trying to get my thoughts out there and speak on some of these crazy things that are happening in the gaming industry, man. So, man, I appreciate you guys. Until the next time, man, I'm gone.